Hi guys, welcome to another video, and today I am doing the World Cup 26 squad for South Africa. Please don't criticize me. It's just my opinion about how a squad should be for World Cup tournaments. Based on the fact we lost from Panama 1-2 and then tied in the first leg, I think we should do some improving. This is my squad for the for South Africa for World Cup 26. Please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. First is Goalkeeper. Now, Goalkeeper is Ronwen Williams. Ronwen Williams is currently playing for Mamelodi Sundowns. I know it's said that Ronwen Williams might not play for World Cup, considering his weaknesses, but he is a great overall captain and is really good in his time. He is one of the best goalkeepers in the South African Premiership, and he is currently the captain of the South African national team. He's also the same person who did the world record for the most penalties saved. They said that I've saved every penalty in 24 AFCON. I did also won the best goalkeeper of the tournament for AFCON, and also the first African goalkeeper to be selected in the Ballon d'Or. And to be honest, he's just an amazing goalkeeper and an amazing captain to support the South African national team. Time to be right back. And for right back, I'm going to choose Kalisa Madao. Kalisa Madao is the best right back for South Africa, and he should be definitely in the team. Kalisa Madao is currently playing for Mamelodi Sundowns, just like Ronwen Williams and other players in this video. So he is a proper right back, and I think he deserves to be in this team. We have now done right back. Now it's time for left back. And left back I'm choosing is Samukele Kabini. Kabini is currently playing for Club Norway, Club Molde FK. There's other left back that I can put in the first team, but has more experience. But I think Kabini barely just overtakes him. I think he is a big talent that plays for a European club, and I think he has a bright future. He has a really good left back too, and is already in the national team and played AFCON in the qualifiers. He's also doing okay with Molde FK. So I think he's going to be in the left back for our team. Now it's time for centre backs. Now centre backs are tricky because lots of South African really good centre backs. But my centre backs are going to be Siyabonga Negazane and Mbekezeli and Bokazi. Negazane is currently playing for FSCB in Romania, which is one of the best clubs in Romania. He's just an amazing player for FCSB. He's just recently got signed to Chicago Fire FC, and he's doing amazing at Chicago Fire already. He got signed in January, and last week or 2 weeks ago, he got man of the match in a 1-0 victory for Chicago Fire. Now it's time for something really hard. Midfield. There's so many South African midfielding ballers, but we have CDMs. So I'm gonna choose Teboho Makwena and Jaden Adams. Both are currently playing for Mamelodi Sundowns as their teammates, and they are also on the first team both. Teboho Makwena might be one of the best South African players right now. He's probably one of the best African players for the national team, as even the Europeans say it too. Same with the fact as he's the best South African midfielder. He's a very creative player, a playmaker. He's probably one of the best of African midfielders in the 2020s. Adams is also a really good midfielder. He's not better than Makwena, but is still a pretty solid midfielder that can be in the team. He's already been in the national team a few times at this point, even playing in the World Cup qualifiers, and even scored a goal in the World Cup qualifiers. He's a really solid and good midfielder that will definitely be in the team, but that will probably be in the World Cup team if my thing was right. But now we're going to CAMs, which is very hard because lots and lots of really good attacking wingers in CAMs. But I'm thinking of I'm going to choose 3 players. So my players are Themba Zwane, Astronopolis, and Rebel Hill Muffa King. People have been begging for Hugo Bruce, to put him back in the national team. And he was finally put in the national team in against Panama in the second leg or the first leg, where he came on as substitute. And I think he should be in the first team, as he has lots of experience and is just a really good player for South Africa. Yes, I know the sound of Mbafa, but I think he outrules him with experience. Upholt is a quality winger. He is an amazing winger, and of course there's lots of wingers, but he takes them all and is already in the actual team. He actually played AFCON and the qualifier team scored against Rwanda, which helps South Africa qualify. He is just an amazing player and should definitely be in the squad. I could have chosen Sandra Campbell. I could have chosen Mohamed Kota, but Rebel Cooking is probably the second best talent for South Africa. He was currently playing for Orlando Pirates, and he is an amazing talent for them. He's probably one of the best South African talents, because Becuz is the best South African talent. Yes, you heard me right. I think he is an amazing talent for South Africa. And even though there's a lot of competition of wingers and midfielders, he should definitely be in the first team based on how talented he is. And also how much of an impact that he does. Now this is very hard, because now I'm doing striker. And striker has lots of choices. There's, Econ Rainers, Makopa, and Lyle Foster. Lyle Foster has not been doing good this season, based on his club Burnley doing awful in the Premier League, and will probably get relegated. But if you're playing for a bad club or a club that's doing bad, it doesn't mean you're bad. I think Lyle Foster is still a quality player. I know he definitely did not do good against Panama, like really bad against Panama. I think it gotta be Lyle Foster. To be honest, he actually did pretty well before his 26 came. As for AFCON, he was placed in the national team and scored 2 crucial goals against Angola and against Zimbabwe. He is just a pretty good striker. I think he barely scrapes the gap against Econ Rainers to be in the first team as the main striker. But if he does bad against Mexico, then I'm not putting in the first team and put him as a substitute, because he's just generally not doing well this year so far. And that's the squad. Well, not actually the squad. I didn't say first team, I said team. So let's do the substitutes. My substitutes are Bungaruku Hongolagwane, Econ Rainers, Tashreeq Matthews, Aubrey Modiba, Lucas Unati Sabisi, Sufo Chane, Evans Makopa, Tapelo Mwena, Percy Tau, and Tembin Gosi Lodge. And yeah, I could have it was hard because lots of really good players. I could have chosen Sandra Campbell, but I didn't. Also could have gotten Remy, but I didn't. So that's substitutes. Now it's time for the reserves or the bench. The reserves are Gift Links, Luca Rooks, Remy, Tapela Moena, Cassandra Campbell, Tabeng Masludi, Malusi Chapala. I'll edit the video so Yara Sito will replace Temin Gosi Lodge, so Yara Sito will be in substitutes, and Temin Gosi Lodge will be in the bench. Kulamane and Demane, Devin Titus, Seppi Hesio, Mackenzie, Devin Titus. I said Kulamane and Demane, I think so, and Ricardo Goss. And that's my squad for South Africa for the upcoming World Cup. Don't criticize, it's my opinion of what players there are in the first team and what players are selected in the squad. It's my opinion of how it should. This is my opinion. So please don't criticize of being mean in the comments. But I hope you guys liked the video. Guys, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye guys.